And then that's on. Okay, it's 3:01, and I call our meeting of the Human Rights Commission for the City of Palm Springs for Monday, October 14th to order. And first off is reading of the mission statement. And how about our newest commissioner, Commissioner Ames? Would you like to read us item number 2, please? Sure. Good afternoon. Item number 2 in the mission statement. The mission of the Palm Springs Human Rights Commission is to promote and protect the diversity of our community and to improve human relations through education and community awareness.
Excellent. And Jay, are we good on quorum?
We have a quorum.
Excellent. And quorum is in the house. No public comment, and no one has submitted cards. So we are on to approval of minutes, item number 5. And there are we have 3 minutes to approve from the June 10th meeting, May 13th meeting, and April 8th meeting.
Okay.
Any notes that need to be made on them?
So I just have one correction for May 13th. My colleague that was with me was Carmina Zavala, Zavala. And I think we have something else that was down.
ZA,
B-A-L-L-A?
Zavala.
L-A.
got it, okay. Okay. Any other changes that we need to make?
Not that I see, so can I motion?
I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes for April 8, May 13, and June 10 with correction.
A second.
And second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? None, and minutes are approved as submitted with the correction for May 13. Okay, item 6, Commissioner Staff Comments. Commissioner Flood, we'll start on your end.
I have nothing at this time.
Coming around the corner, Commissioner Ames.
No comments at this time?
When the team was together last, I had shared that we have a student who was applying, but she doesn't get out of school till 3 o'clock.
Oh, no.
So she really wants to do it, but she could have to hold off until next year because she can't skip school to be here.
Yeah. Oh, that's too bad.
I know.
So what school is it?
She's at one of the middle schools over here.
Okay, all right.
I forget them.
Okay,
but
well, there's still
she
hope for Palm
isn't
Springs High School then.
Out until 3, so.
Okay, all right. Okay. You're good?
Should I talk about this now?
You can. You
All
can
right,
do it
so
now.
I
or-
have more. Last time we came together, I had shared some posters and some handouts. There's an event on Friday, October 18th at the Weston Mission Hills, and the event is without a charge. It's a national speakers pertaining to human trafficking and abuse. It is a breakfast, and it goes all day, though. It's done at 5 p.m.
It's a long breakfast.
So I'm thinking, it says it has a continental breakfast, but they're going to have to eat in between, I'm sure. So I brought handouts for anybody and everybody, and then on Saturday, there's an anti-human trafficking walk from Monterey at the JPL Church to the Eisenhower Medical Center, so that's on Saturday. And then I brought more posters because those were a hit last month, and I think that that's important for people to realize if they are aware, because it can happen anywhere that this is brought to somebody's attention. Okay, so please take whatever you would like.
Excellent.
Sure.
And my comment is just on a thank you to the police department for the organizing the memorial for officers Vega and Zrebny, which was really well attended both by the community and by our public safety community. So hats off to the department for continuing to host that in the memory of officers Vega and Zrebny. Next up, items for discussion. Or Jay, did you have anything you wanted to update us on?
Why don't I just hand these out? If there is a commissioner and board member training
Oh, yeah.
that will be
Okay.
coming up, so, we'll have a better grip on how we're
Yeah.
supposed to operate here.
So, so this is going to be the first time for both of you to attend. Yeah. So excellent. It's very, very good training. So please, I hope your calendar will be open so the two of you at least can catch it in person and live. And if for some reason, your schedule isn't open, it is, we can see it on video. We can watch it later on. But being able to be there and exchange with other commissioners, not just Human Rights Commission, but everybody, and ask questions is really a good opportunity. So, excellent. It's a very good presentation that the.
One question, it said charge, I said breakfast, okay.
I'm sorry, finish your question?
The schedule says as a lunch, I guess, a lunch, so is there no charge for that?
No.
Thank you.
Okay, committee reports. So first up on executive committee, we had shared at our last meeting that we would be making our next quarter appointment for somebody to serve on the executive committee. And Commissioner Andrade stepped up and expressed her desire to serve on for the next quarter. So quarter, I guess, is going to be November, December, January? Is that how we'll do it? No, so
Yes, I think that's about right.
November, December, January. So I'll entertain a motion that we appoint Commissioner Andrade to serve in the next quarter on the executive committee with the co-chairs.
Second that motion?
Or actually, it needs to be, somebody needs to make the motion and then you can second it.
I'll motion.
Okay? So moved and second. Any discussion on the
Second it.
appointment of Commissioner Andrade? No discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. So she'll be happy to hear she just got a little bit more work. Okay, next up, I don't think we have anybody from Community Development Mediation, Community Relations, and Finance. Nikki is out. Youth Education and Affairs, I think we already got our student update. We're moving through this rather quickly. Cultural Affairs, I don't think Commissioner Flood, you're not on that, are you?
No.
So you're veterans, seniors, veterans, and persons with disabilities. Any updates with that subcommittee?
Not really, but let me say something that Commissioner Andrade had asked me to check on whether or not some commissioners could participate in the Veterans Day Parade with the American Legion. I'm also a member of the American Legion. I did check on that. The only thing the American Legion has is the color guard that actually is the marching unit. So I don't think we'll be able to do that. And she had broached the subject because I guess, and it created a question in my mind, do we actually participate in parades as a group, as a commission?
Yes, and that is a topic that I had planned to talk about today, to find out if we could have a nice little crew to hold up our banner and walk in our upcoming parade. So we will talk about that too. Do you want me to, because we'll get that later with the
I think
calendar
let's
and
do
all
it now.
that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so.
I don't have everything else on that, so I
Okay,
look
yeah,
forward to that.
let's
So
lock it up.
there are three parades that we usually participate in. One is Pride, Veterans, and the Black History. We had some challenges last year with our representation. Miss Nikki actually traveled in a car for the Veterans Parade because it turns out that she was the only one there and couldn't hold the banner by herself. So we have to decide today if we are going to participate in the Pride Parade and the Veterans Parade so that they they can be informed. I think that we are on the schedule for the Pride Parade. There have been some changes here in our group, so I can participate. I'm not sure who else can. I know that for both parades, are you working?
Veterans and,
You're
and Pride,
tied
but
up
I'm-
keeping
I-
us all
I'm-
in
I march
straight
with the
lines.
Black History Parade, though.
Right, okay. So if the three of us can march, then we would have a representation. Because we're trying to firm up that if we are going to be there, that we're going to commit. Otherwise, we will probably pass. So I
Yeah.
just wanted to know. We would have to be at the Pride Parade at 10?
Yes, the Pride Parade is November 3, being
Is
at
that step
Tachita
off?
and Palm Canyon at 10 a.m.
We'll have our number, so we'll know where to go.
Yeah. So 10 a.m. November 1, and it's not even an hour's commitment.
November 3rd.
November 3, yeah.
Right, and then the Veterans Parade is an afternoon. We're usually down there around 3 o'clock.
Yeah, 3 p.m. step off November
And-
11th.
And that is about the same amount.
And since it's on a regularly scheduled commission date, I'm sure that
That could
everybody's
actually
calendar is
be our
open.
meeting, yeah, so,
So we all should be able to be there. So can we do we have Commissioner Flood, how is your schedule for the Pride Parade participation on the 3rd?
I can participate.
Sweet.
Okay.
Commissioner Ames?
I can commit to November 3rd, the Pride Parade, and the Veterans Parade on November 11th.
Okay, sweet.
I can commit, for sure.
All right, good.
So
We're
we
done.
just
We've
need
got,
to,
and what about Veterans Day?
I think I'm available for that, too.
Okay, all right. So at a minimum, we've got two
We-
people and possibly three or more.
it sounds like we have at least
Yep.
3. And so if we can figure out how to get the banner, which is always our hot topic,
Yeah, I don't know. I assume that it's
if
some.
we can find that, I can come and get it, Jay, if you, it's usually, I know you have. It does exist, because I have. So it could be it's probably in the storage. And so if it can be taken out with the pole, that's usually in 2 or 3 pieces, then we can go with that, and I can come and get it.
Yeah, excellent. Well, very good. Thank you for committing to
All
that.
right.
And we'll hit
Do you want me to talk about the pink shirts then, in case anybody wants her pink shirt?
Okay.
So, there are these cute, comfortable, wicking pink shirts that we have, that Desert, is it called Desert Promotions?
yes,
Next
yeah.
to, it's still by, did it move? Is it still
It's
by
on,
Palm Springs Plumbing?
No, it's on Date Palm
Date Palm, okay, so
and
Desert.
Vistachino.
Desert Promotions, and if you go in there, they have our shirt on a file. It's a pink polo that wicks. Just be sure that they put your name on it, on your chest. And the cost is $40, I believe, and we do usually pay those ourselves, but they're going to need, they might be able to get it done in a week's time.
It's the commission logo. And
Yeah,
then-
it's got the
and then our
commission
name is
logo
somewhere.
on the
Somewhere.
on the chest, Nike on the arm, and then your name.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the location again?
It's Desert Promotion at Vistachino and Date Palm.
I'm trying to, oh, I know where they are. So it's like right behind the mobile gas
Yeah,
station. There's a little block of
On the south side of the street.
buildings.
So if you, Vistachino East, and it's on the south side of the street.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, thank you both. That's always,
Okay.
it's been one of our challenges, and everybody has a general feeling that we need to raise awareness of the Human Rights Commission. And one of the best ways that we can raise awareness is the visibility in some of our community parades.
Right.
So once we have, I know the Black History Parade is on last Saturday in February, so we've got a little bit of time to get commitments on that. But if you want to look at your calendar and write it a tentative on the last Saturday in February, Black History Parade, and that one is
That's
that's
an afternoon, isn't it? Early,
No,
like
it's 10 o'clock, I think.
Yeah.
It's early. So
Yeah.
it's a morning one. So having a presence at both the Veterans Day and Pride is going to be nice. So that's excellent. Thank you for making that commitment. Okay. No ad hoc committee reports. We have Commissioner Recruitment, item B. Jake, can you refresh my memory? Do we know what we're doing there?
Yes. I actually don't have the update for this particular item, but we are constantly looking for new commissioners to fill vacancies, resignations, et cetera. And, but we don't have any new specific individuals in mind, of course, barring Commissioner Ames here, so.
Okay. So we can, certainly get the word out, and folks watching on
Right.
TV land, if you're interested in serving on the commission, there certainly are a few openings. And if to express interest, you just go online and you can submit your interest through the online application through the City of Palm Springs website.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Are we really through everything already? No other topical and newsworthy items?
I have nothing.
Okay.
Is this where general discussion would be? Or?
You can, it's,
Okay. So I have an interest in playing around, just kind of exploring it. And it's something I've seen some other tourism destinations do, and it would be community branding. So like Made in Palm Springs. And so really the brand of Made in Palm Springs could have some type of human rights undertone to it. Of course, that's probably a lot bigger than what we're maybe able to talk about right now. But just a running thought I had, and I'm not really sure what that process would look like, or just open to your guys' ideas.
Well, I think that Nikki, who isn't here today, is always thinking about the promotional part to get people aware, to bring them to the work that's done here, but to also benefit Palm Springs as a whole. So I think that would be something that we can talk about more when we have her here, because she's at this point she's working on the film screening, and she talks about what types of items to have on our table at the community picnic, and all the whole branding piece. So I think that is this is something that we have talked about, that we're going to continue to talk about. So don't lose that idea. We'll keeps trying to intertwine that with the work that
Yep.
she's already got started.
so I would suggest that we have you serve on the marketing, the conversation and subcommittee of marketing, which falls under the community relations umbrella. And Nikki is the other commissioner that oversees that, like Vice Chair is speaking. So, if you have interest along those lines, then that's where we should position you
Okay.
to spend some time and explore ideas. So whatever the idea is, we look to you as a commissioner to bring the idea forward through the subcommittee. And if the subcommittee is of interest and favor and want to push something forward, then you bring it to the full commission, for the next step of guidance. And then we could have discussion at the full commission level and then give some marching orders to the subcommittee.
In conjunction
Sounds
with
good.
that, I had a question last time about name tags. When we go out, it should be obvious who we represent. Would that be part of that also?
Absolutely. In fact, I'm curious to know if the commissioners here, if anyone does have name tags?
No.
We
Okay.
have it embroidered on our
Yeah.
shirts that we only wear for like those events that we just talked
Okay.
about, yeah.
Is there a standard commissioner badge, a style, so we can just make a motion today and vote and get them ordered? Or do we have to go through a
I-
rigmarole of designing something?
I think there's a standard.
Okay, yeah.
The other commissions I've seen have
Yeah.
badges with their names on them.
So why don't we
be
streamline
great.
this? I will certainly entertain a motion from the floor that we get the order in for name badges for the current commission. So somebody want to introduce that motion?
I make a motion that we have funds to get name tags for each commissioner.
Sweet, second.
I second that motion.
Any other discussion on the name badges? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Jay, will you be able to assist us with that?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I love that. Okay, anything else on topical or newsworthy items that we need to address? Next item, item 8, date, time, location. Our next meeting is slated for November 11, which is Veterans Day, and we're actually going to be at 3 p.m. marching in the parade. So we won't be here. We've gotten some guidance from staff on other meeting opportunities that are open to us. And we have a few dates that we are aware of. November 14, November 18, or November 19. 3 p.m. on the 19th, open all morning on the 18th, and basically morning for the 14th. Is there any date, if we can go through process of elimination, is there any one of these dates that doesn't work for somebody?
So I can't do mornings.
I'm with you on that one.
Okay.
So what does mornings mean?
That means probably much before 3.
Okay,
I could do the 19th at 3.
okay.
Do that too.
So, Jay, are you looking at what I'm looking at?
I
It
believe
says,
so,
it says
yes.
7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
I'll have to confirm that the outside time is not 3 p.m., that's the block, and 3 p.m. is the end of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Shall we pick another date just in case?
Okay, so, the other dates, which will not have video recording, are Tuesday, the 12th, the 14, 18, or 19. And those windows are all day availability.
And that would be in the council chambers.
And that's in council chamber with no video, just audio.
I cannot do the 12th, but other people could. And you said the 14th?
Yeah, 14,
15th?
14, 18, and 19.
I can't do the 14th, but you can meet without me. I have I have a question mark already on the 18th at 3:30. Palm Springs HRC, so we must have talked about it. On the 18th.
So does the 18th work for everybody else? At 3,
Yeah,
at 3 o'clock.
What day is that?
Monday
It's a Monday. It works for me.
3 PM?
on the 18th.
So Monday, the 18th, 3 PM, City Council Chambers, audio recording.
At 3 or 3:30? I had it down for 3:30, I don't know why.
Well, if we can make 3 PM, let's do 3
Okay, so let
PM.
me change it so I'm not coming in here late.
Yeah, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we're in favor of resetting our meeting date to November 18 at 3 PM, which will take place in the City Council Chambers.
Mr. Chair, it looks as if the large conference room is also open that day and time.
Oh, yes, it is.
Without recording. In case you want to consider that, as if there's a preference on that.
Yeah, why don't we just do it here? Because it doesn't matter.
Right.
They're both audio, aren't they?
That's correct.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so actually, we'll be here on the 18th, unless we're given other instructions from staff. Okay, any other announcements? You know, actually, I just remembered I did have an update on community development. The meeting of the LGBT Outreach Committee for the Police Department, we were informed of a hate crime report that occurred on October 4, or suspected hate crime. It's being investigated. One of the performers was attacked by somebody in the public, and it was not reported at the time as a hate crime. It was subsequently reported as a hate crime, and now the police department detectives are investigating it to determine, what the circumstances are. But that occurred at a local restaurant here downtown. So that was the hate crime update out of the LGBT outreach police department committee. Okay. Any other announcements? I told you this was going to be one of our best meetings ever. So how's that for a new meeting? What I'd like to do is, certainly we have a new commissioner, Commissioner Ames. If we can just take a few minutes and if you share a little bit about yourself, so the rest of the commissioners have a little bit of background, about where you're coming from and what you'd like to get out of serving on the commission.
Okay, great. Okay, Commissioner Ames again. Recently relocated from the wonderful island of Maui and been visiting Palm Springs for the last 9 years, and Palm Springs has just grown on me and my wife, and she has family here in town. In Hawaii, I served as a chairperson on mental health and substance abuse, and I also served as the commissioner on salary for the county of Maui. I've done a lot of mental health work. I'm licensed in Hawaii as an industrial psychologist and registered in California as a psychological assistant and working towards hours as a clinical psychologist. And hopefully we'll practice locally here. Some of my interests is running. I like to long distance run, working out a little bit. I've always had a strong desire, and a lot of work I've done in Hawaii has been in the form of social responsibility. My focus in research has really been how tourism impacts local cultures, and really how can we mediate some of the negative impacts from that process. What I hope to do here in the commission is to, help our homeless in the local vicinity here and are mentally ill, and hopefully contribute to that process and their rights and the rights of others in our community. So thank you.
Excellent. And you're a veteran.
Oh, that's right. I'm a veteran.
Yes, well,
United
thank
States Army.
Yes.
Platoon lieutenant. So.
Well, we're doubly excited to have you, and thank you for your service. Okay, if we don't have any other announcements,
Mr.
Jay?
Chair, Annie, being as diligent as she is, let me know that Tuesday, November 19th, we could meet from 3 to 4, but would have to be wrapped up right at 4. If that was something you would like to do, Alternatively, sounded like we had the 18th at 3 PM in this room.
Yeah, I would
Everyone can
stick
be
with the
okay with it.
18th. Is everybody okay with that?
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, thank you, Eddie. Okay. All right, so it is 3:32, and the commission will adjourn to a meeting in, we know our date and time. We know the date is going to be November 18 at 3 PM here in the large conference room at City Hall. So thank you all.